Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided I was going to take all the books off my shelf and then quickly decided that was a horrible and foul idea. Let me tell you why. First of all, I work at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow and it's like 6:30 right now and I need a solid like at least 8 hours of sleep. I haven't been sleeping well, not to make excuses, but that just can't happen right now. So instead I've decided I'm going to take down all of the thrillers on my shelf from Book of the Month. And we're going to go through them because a lot of the thrillers that I got from Book of the Month ended up on the best of 2020. And if you don't know, I missed out on a lot of the books from 2020 because I read almost nothing last year. So I'm going to take the Book of the Month thrillers off my shelf, see which, well I think, yeah, I'm going to take the Book of the Month thrillers off my shelf, see what I've got, and see how many of them I can get through. Let's do that. Let us now sort of go through the list. So this one is, I'm pulling up the Goodreads list right now so that we can look and see. That's what I'm after because nobody broke up the their best by, say, for example, best thrillers of 2020. I mean, some people did, but I just didn't watch those. I didn't watch anything for this. I've just decided we're going to go solely based on the Goodreads list. So I am clicking on mystery thriller, so let's go through. So let us locate the ones in order. This is from 2020, yep, okay. So here we go. Number one on the list was The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I'm definitely going to be reading this one for this experiment. And I think that what I'm going to call this is reading top thrillers from 2020. Now, I'm not going to read everything on the list. It's not going to be a Goodreads decides my TBR or anything like that. I'm just going to read the top ones that I have. If it's on the list, it's probably going to go into the pile. And that's my plan. I don't really have... I have other plans for doing more in-depth type, like based off of other people's TBR, sort of like I did with the reading my favorite booktubers' favorite books. Moving on, next on the list, Home Before Dark, already read it. Check one off there. Next is the Sundown Motel. I'm told this is sort of like a horror, maybe. But regardless, this is the next one on the list. This one came out January 2021 or 2020, and this one came out April. Not that it matters, but that's just that. And this is by Simone St. James. I wonder, this author sounds very familiar. I wonder if I've read something from her in the past. But here we go. This is the second one. When No One Is Watching, this is a very, very popular book that I see all over BookTube, so I may pick that one up, but because I didn't technically get it from Book of the Month, I wonder if that should go here or not. I'm gonna buy it. I believe I'll buy it anyway. It's a matter of when and when I'll read it. So next up we have The Wives. That is, that one is the one that I was saying came out in 2019, but made it onto the list for 2020. So that one is gonna go in the pile. Next up, The Searcher, don't have it. The Boy from the Woods, don't have it. One by One. I'm gonna get it because I love Ruth Ware. Well, at least I think I do. I don't know. The Devil in the Dark Water. Never heard of it. So next up is The Long Bright River. I am gonna stick this one onto the list. It's a thick one, and it technically came out in 2019, but it's on the list, best of 2020, so we'll roll with that. And then All the Devils Are Here. Never heard of it. Next up is You Are Not Alone by Grier, Hendrix, and Sarah Pinbrow. I have this one. It is right here. So that one is going on the list. Troubled Blood, don't know anything about it. Unspeakable Things, don't know anything about it. Winter Counts, I have that one. I have it right here. So that one is going on the list. Night Swim, The Night Swim, have it, and it's going on the list. Backstop to Wasteland, don't know anything about it. And Now She's Gone, don't know anything about it. Confessions on the 745, don't know anything about it. The First Girl Gone, don't know anything about it. Okay, so what is left? What do we have left that I am not attempting to get to? We've got half of the stack. Over half the stack, and then half don't qualify because they didn't come out in 2020. So I'm going to put those away, put these away, and we will go through and sort of figure out a plan for the ones that I do have left. So that's what I'm going to do now. Here are the 7 thrillers that I have from Book of the Month that I am going to hopefully get to in the next few months. Now, I'm going to definitely say that I will not be reading these straight through for a number of reasons. First being, if I read too many thrillers back to back, I don't tend to enjoy them, and I don't want to put myself in a reading slump, especially when it comes to thrillers, which is one of my favorite genres. Next being, I have another vlog planned where I read similarly, but with another genre. So I'm not going to, I'll probably be doing one and then one, and then one and then one, and then one and then one, just to break up the thrillers. But this is the start of that vlog. I don't know how long this one will last, probably a month at least, just based on the sheer amount of books I have to read and the fact that I will be going in between. But that is going to be it for... Hello, so I am leaving work. I got about 50 pages into the guest list. I chose this one because it was, I think it was the shortest one, as well as the one that I kind of knew the least about, I think, as well as the one I was most interested in, which could have been a mistake. So, oops. My plan is to sort of spend a couple days with this one. And then I know I introduced the concept of reading romance in between, just because I find that, like, if I read too many thrillers back to back, none of them interest me. Like, I stop caring, like, completely if I get too much of the same thing back to back. So my plan is to read a couple romance books in between. I think I have a total of 7 thrillers on my shelf, or on my TBR, my tentative TBR. Unless I do end up picking up those other 2 that I had mentioned one by one, and when no one is watching, or when whatever, the one by Alyssa Cole, I think it was. I could be wrong, probably am. The one about, I don't know. Anyways, so once again, we are in my car. Can you tell? So my plan is to sort of read them, and then, like I said, read the romance in between, and see how many I can get through in the rest of this month, because I don't necessarily have like plans in April for reading, but I would not like to be doing this vlog all for the rest of March, especially since I'm sort of trying to do 2 vlogs a month ish. About one every 2 weeks seems to be what I want. Wow. 1 every 2 weeks is about what I want. I could be doing weekly reading vlogs, but I really like the idea of secret TBRs better. Just because it's fun for me. I don't know. Let's see. I don't really have much to go over. I'm only like 50 pages in. I will say that I did not realize, like, I didn't read the back of this. So if you weren't aware, the back says, an exclusive wedding on a remote Irish island. The bride, the plus one, the best man, the wedding planner, the bridesmaid, all have secrets, all have a motive, and only one is a murderer. And I didn't, you know what? I'm going to be real honest with you. This is probably like, I don't know, I pegged the husband of the plus one. Oh God, what's his name? Charles? I don't know. Henry? Harold? I don't know. But him and then Will were my 2. Like, I didn't read the back, so I didn't know one of them was a murderer, but those are the 2 that I just didn't trust. Like, I don't know. Wouldn't it be funny if it was the younger one, the 19-year-old? Ooh, what if it was the wedding planner? Anyways, what if, because, like, you know, we're given this sort of spooky history regarding the island. What if it was the wedding planner? Anyways, this is like right around 300 pages, so it should be pretty quick to get through. I read 50 pages today, and I'm hoping to read the rest of it tomorrow and Wednesday. No, today is Tuesday, so Wednesday and Thursday. I don't know. Anyways, I'm hoping to finish that one pretty quickly. And when I sort of started to like flip through the books and see which ones I would want to read, like which ones I would actually want to read, one of them that stuck out that I didn't want to read was The Long Bright River. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't really vibe well with detective sort of point of views. So yeah, I'm not sure that I'm actually gonna want to read that one, to be honest, because I don't tend to like detective point of views. I do like journalist point of views, and then I think there's like 7 that I picked off the shelf, and then if I do end up getting to those 2 other ones, that's 9. And logistically speaking, I don't know if I really want to read 9 thrillers right now. I'd like to spread them out, you know? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll cut this vlog in half. Maybe I'll read like 4, and then I'll read the other 4 in like, let's see, March, April, May. I don't know. Plus there's like a whole bunch of readathons that are happening that I don't know anything about yet, because I'm just sort of coming back. I know about when they take place, but I don't know. There's probably hundreds of more started since I left, so I don't know. We'll see. Quick check-in with the guest list before I go to bed. Oh, matches my nails a little bit. Look at that. Love that. Anyways, I have made another 40 pages through. I am on page 94. And I have to say, I like the fact that it's jumping from perspective to perspective. Like, we have 5 perspectives, and then of course we have the jump forward to the present, as the story is told mostly, so far at least, in the past. I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to see what happens. That tagline, only one of them is a murder. I'm here for it. Hello. Here's what's messed up is my hair keeps getting progressively worse in these clips. So that's cool, I guess. Anyway, I am about halfway through the guest list. I do enjoy the fact that it's switching perspectives very quickly. We're not spending too much time in any one perspective. I also like the added perspective of the fact that we're having a present day, like, 3rd person as well. So it's while it's alternating perspectives, it's also alternating timelines, which is pretty cool. And because they all have a secret, they're all unreliable. My favorite unreliable narrators. Let's see, what is on the agenda for tonight? I gotta film another video. I gotta film a video for my other channel. I gotta try and find a video to go up for Saturday, because I just posted my 2nd reading vlog today. Let's see. Yeah, so I gotta film 2 videos, make at least one of them happen today. The other one can happen like tomorrow, wouldn't be too bad, but one of them has to happen tonight. I don't know what we're gonna do for dinner. I'm really honestly tired of eating out, but also at the same time, I haven't gone grocery shopping in ever. Oh my god, my hair looks like shit. It's fine, everything's fine. Anyways, yeah, so I'm just off to go pick my child up, and we'll see what happens. Hello. So I broke a nail. It's fine. And I got another 50 pages into the guest list. Apparently this book is going to take me forever, because I'm reading about 50 pages in a sitting, which is not normal for me, in addition to, you know, countless other things. But basically, work was a disaster. I don't have anything to say other than work was an actual shit show today. Like, everything that could go wrong went wrong. There was so much happening at the hospital today that I just, like, let me tell you, I breathed like when it was time to go. Yeah, so I don't, like I said, don't have much to report because I only got 50 pages in. I will say that one thing I didn't mention in the past is the pacing is good. Maybe I did mention that. I don't know. But the pacing is really good. It feels more, like, you feel more enticed to read it when the pacing is quicker, you know? Also, heavy on the trigger warnings for self-harm. That's a spoiler. Might be anyway. I don't know. I haven't gotten to the end, but, like, so far, trigger warning for self-harm, okay? Take care of yourselves there. All right, I'm gonna go. I'll come back when I have more to say. After the long day that I had, I'm gonna go get a Wendy's pretzel sandwich. I deserve it. To report that I did complete this book, and what a journey. So you know that I read like 50 pages and then 50 pages and then 50 pages, and I just finished the whole thing, the final whatever was left today, and let me roll up my windows. So here's what I have to say. I'm gonna get into some spoilers right now, so I'll pop up a little thing on the screen, just so you know. But y'all, let's talk about it for a second. So I pegged Will as a bad guy. Like, I think we all did. Like, I'm not special in that. But because I didn't read any information about this book before I started reading it, so I just happened to hold it up one day and I looked at the back, and it says the bride, the plus one, the best man, the wedding planner, and the bridesmaid all have a secret, all have a motive, but only one is a murderer. And before that, I just thought that the groom, Will, was the bad guy, like, the whole time. So I didn't really, like, it was around the halfway point when I started to, like, clock things, like put two and two together. Like, once again, we're going into spoilers here, so if you have a problem with spoilers or haven't read this book or you don't want to know, click off, mute your thing for a couple seconds while I talk about this. Like I said, the spoiler bar will be up. So and ordinarily I wouldn't want to get into spoilers, but I feel like I need to talk to somebody about this. So I started like around the halfway point to put two and two together. Like, I think I kind of clocked that Olivia, or that Stephen and Will were the same person. And then I also started to sort of put two and two together when, I mean, I guess I was putting two and two together along with the characters. Like, I don't think that I discovered anything unique before the characters or like before anyone else. The fact, okay, once again, spoilers, just in case you haven't clicked off yet or haven't muted your phone yet. Every one of them, all five of them, had a reason to kill Will. And the fact that it was the person who was the most removed from him was crazy to me. All right, hold on, we gotta do some evasive maneuvering here. This guy wasn't gonna let me over. Anyways, so yeah, the fact that it was the one that was most removed from Will, I thought that was crazy, y'all. Anyways, I will update you when I pick a new book to read. I think I might switch to audio for the next one, just so I can be trading on and off with physical and audio. Plus, I want to keep an audiobook going at all times, just because I do a lot of driving and I'm not always talking to y'all when I'm driving, so I do want to grab an audiobook. Plus, I do want to finish my diamond painting, so hopefully I can listen to an audiobook and do some of that. Plus, I got a sink full of dishes to do, a house that needs to be swept and mopped. I probably have a couple loads of laundry to do. I don't want to talk about it. But anyways, if I grab an audiobook, we can do all those things and I can still be reading, right? Anyways, I will update you when I pick my next book.
Is there a group danger? A bunch of Latino guys, maybe one Indian man with long hair and an Indian boy. Tell me now. He said something, but I couldn't make it out. So I twisted some words. They left a few days ago, but no kid. Let me go.
Hello, my loves. I am leaving work, and I didn't update you at all yesterday when I ended up picking up Winter Counts. So I ended up picking this up on audiobook. I read it through Script. I spent probably 4 hours listening to it. Well, no, the entire audiobook was like 9 hours. And I listened on 2.0 speed, 2 times speed. So I completed this one in like 2 days, not that long at all. I read, oh, look at the red lights reflecting on it. So nice. So I ended up reading that one in 2 days. First day, couple hours. Next day, like an hour and a half. So I'm not really sure exactly how much I got done the first day. I listened to it throughout my day when I was cooking, cleaning, washing dishes. I ended up doing my makeup for a video and then realized the video footage sucked. So I had to delete it, and I gotta refilm that video tomorrow, and that video was supposed to go up today. I like to post on Wednesdays and Saturdays because it's like exactly like 3 days apart basically, and it works out for me that way. But okay, ruin my life, why don't you? Anyways, I am on my way home from work. I have decided to go ahead and do it 3, I think, 3 thrillers per video. I'm still sort of working that over in my head. I like the idea of doing 3. I also like the idea of doing them all in one video, like I want to. I'm sure this guy is drunk, so let's stay away from him. But I just don't see how that's going to be possible to complete 7, potentially 8 or 9 books in the month of March. Even if I read all of them on audio, I just simply don't have the time, because like I've said in previous clips, I do want to sort of read them one and one and one and one, so that I am not meaning like I want to read 1 thriller, 1 romance, 1 thriller, 1 romance, because I just don't want to read 7 thrillers back to back to back to back. I think 3 would be my limit, which is why I want to do 3, but I also want to keep reading the romance books I'm reading. Oh my god, this one book, I don't want to talk about it because, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. It'll be in my March wrap-up, but this book that I am currently ingesting is like, I am just, oh, so good. Okay. Anyways, should I just tell you? That would be so mean if I hyped this book up and then didn't say anything to you about it. It's from 2019. Make of that what you will. It had a sequel come out in 2020. Make of that what you will. And another one is coming out later this year, I think. Nope, I lied. It came out this month. Figure it out, y'all. Figure it out. Anyways, oh my god, I loved it. I love it so much. I am gonna go. I feel like I have updated you enough. Well, I mean, actually, that's not true. I haven't updated you at all. Like, I finished this book, but I didn't tell you about it. So, at first, like, about halfway through, I remember feeling like, oh, this isn't really thrilling. It's not really a mystery. I wouldn't label this as thriller or mystery. I would label this as more of a sort of hard-hitting contemporary. Just simply because there was a lift behind me that was trying to go around me because the person in front of me wasn't driving fast enough. That don't make no sense. Anyways, yes, back to the book. I don't really feel like it's labeled correctly. Now, let's go over what this is actually about. Okay, so this is about a man named Virgil and his nephew, Nathaniel. Nathan? I just finished it today and I can't remember it. Anyways, and basically they live on a reservation, and someone has brought heroin onto the reservation and people are dying and it's not okay. So, oh, and this is Own Voices, by the way. This is a Own Voices novel. It is really good, actually. I wouldn't necessarily call it a thriller. So, yeah, wouldn't call it a thriller. I mean, it was hard hitting. It was, I would say dark, hard hitting contemporary maybe. Certainly not a thriller. It wasn't thrilling. You know, it was a good read, but I wouldn't have labeled it as thriller. And now I'm questioning myself here because, and I'll be honest with you, because a lot of the times, oh, of course you need to be in this lane all of a sudden. Usually when I read things on audiobook, I digest them differently, right? So being honest with myself and being honest with you, when I am reading a audiobook or listening to an audiobook, I have my mind going on other things. Like when I'm physically reading a book, my mind is solely on that. But when I'm reading audio, it's a little different, right? But get back to the book. Let's get back to the book. So this book is about a guy who sort of takes care of things, you know, you know what I mean? Okay, the lighting is likely very bad. And you're sitting on my bookshelf and I'm facing my bookshelf while I eat an ice cream sandwich. I actually got 2 out, but I feel like I should put 1 back because I feel like it's gonna melt. I deserved it. I worked today. So currently, at this moment in time, I have completed 2 books for this vlog. So I'm sort of wondering, my hair is a mess, don't look at my hair. I'm sort of wondering if I want to do 3 or 4 or like continue this vlog. Like I just keep going back and forth in my head. Like if I do just 2, then what's gonna happen, or if I do 3, what's gonna happen is nothing will happen. But if I do all of them, it's gonna be a longer video, and I'm looking at my bookshelf and I have no idea what this is. I didn't know I owned this book. What the hell is this? Hi, Mew. It's 208 pages. Don't know what it is. I'm just gonna put it back on my shelf and pretend like I didn't see it. Anyway. Hi, baby. So, I thought it would be fun to recap the books I have for options. Wives. I just recently found out this might be about polygamy. I don't know how true that is. Huh. Maybe I do want to read that one. That could be interesting. Not to mention it's on the... Well, I guess they're all on Goodreads, right? So, that feels like a contender. Long Bright River. I really feel like I need to try a chapter because I don't think I'm gonna like this. I'll probably try to brighten this up in editing so it doesn't look like crap. This is told in 2 timelines. I do kind of like that, so that's a contender. I feel like if I keep putting off Long Bright River, I will not read it. And see, the thing about that is, it's not really conducive to this experiment. It's also, as it turns out, hey, you know what I just thought of? I can turn the brightness up on my phone. Hold on. Hey, look at that. That's slightly better. So, as I was saying, I like dual timelines, so this could be fun. And about Long Bright River, if I keep putting it off, I won't read it. And it's not on audio. I checked. You are not alone. The Night Swim. And I have no idea what this is about. Like the other ones, I kind of have an idea. This one, I know nothing. A true crime podcast. That sounds good. I working overnight tomorrow night, so I don't want to get anything that will scare the absolute shit out of me, because I working overnight. I'm eating my second sandwich, by the way. Not the best idea, especially since it's like 11 o'clock at night, but I working overnight tomorrow and I work tonight, so I deserve it. Should I just jump into this one because I think I'm not gonna like it? How many pages is this? I mean, it's on the Goodreads Choice Awards. It can't be bad, right? But then again, bad is subjective. It's 480 pages. Oh my god, it's like 500 pages of... I think we'll go with... Do I want to do... Oh my god, I can't decide. I'm pretty set on not reading Long Bright River, at least right now. I don't think I'm going to do that one. Let me put back Long Bright River. I don't think I want to read about a creepy motel while I'm working the overnight at a hospital. So that leaves The Night Swim and The Wives. When it comes to books with a podcast element, I typically like to read those on audiobook. So with that sort of in mind, I'm going to set this one off to the side for now because I want to do, I don't want to read it as audio. I want to read it physically. So, well, the next book anyway. So I think we're going to go with The Wives by Taran Fisher. Okay, so I am leaving work. So it's a little lighter out. There's a lot more traffic on the road. It is currently 6:38 in the morning for me. I am leaving my overnight shift. I'm for sure tired and my car is super... Are you drunk or are you just a bad driver? Anyways, I have to get away from this person, but I can't right now because there's a van passing me and I can't get over on that side. Alright, I'm gonna have to crawl behind this van to get away from that lunatic. Whoa, they're all out today, folks. Anyways, I'm back. I'm so tired. So, side note, my fiance tells me that when I'm really tired, I don't shut up. So this could potentially be the most exhilarating, exciting, funniest part of this whole vlog. So, like I said, I left work 6:30 in the morning. I am exhausted. Oh, we're breaking, y'all. All right, we're gonna break. Okay, where's my water? Do I have my water? I don't know. Anyways, I'm happy to report that I finished The Wives. I finished it in one sitting. Like, I mean, I took breaks to eat and stuff because I was doing an overnight. I needed food. I drank 2 Red Bulls, so I didn't have coffee, but I had 2 Red Bulls. So I am a strange mix of exhausted and exhilarated. All right, so let's get to the point here. I finished that book. Okay, so first of all, trigger warning for loss of a baby, abortion, abuse, all of the things. Okay, so I mean, like domestic abuse. That might have been implied. I don't know. So I'm gonna go over the plot a little bit because, like I said, I knew nothing when I started this book. I'm so tired. I feel like I'm more animated when I'm exhausted too, and I'm also having to focus more on the road, so I'm sorry for the lack of eye contact. Love you though. So let's get to the point. So this book is about this this woman who is one of 3 wives, and she knows about it, but they don't, like, it's not like the situation with the, like, the sister wives on TLC, not like that. They all live completely separately. 2 of them live in Portland, and 1 of them lives in Seattle. Our main character lives in Seattle. Coincidentally, I don't know if this is something that is a spoiler, so I probably won't say it here. I'll probably throw up the spoilers, because I have to talk about this. I've just got to talk about it. So back to the plot. So she knows about the other 2 wives, and she, you know, she openly talks about them. She doesn't know their names. She just knows they live in Portland, and there's one that came before her and one that came after her. So, and this is all sort of gone over in the first page. I mean, like, the back of the book where it says the things that it's, I can't read it right now, but I can maybe hold it up for you to read it. The back of the book right there, that, oh, you can't see it, it's dark out, what am I thinking? It's all sort of right there for you. I will put on a face later, like makeup and stuff, maybe, I don't know, if y'all are lucky. I might throw on some mascara. I'm not really feeling it today. I don't know if you noticed, but like this overnight, my overnights wreck me, dude. I better get to the point. But before I do, I will explain my overnight. So I will go home and I will sleep until 11:30, because I have to get up for a live on my other channel. Well, it's not my other channel, it's my friend's channel, but it's besides the point. But if you do want to join, just so you know, we do have a thing in the diamond painting community. My friend and I started it, called Murderous Monday. We're currently talking about Good Girls. We're about to go over season 3. I'm not really sure what the plan is for season 4, considering that's a currently running show, so I imagine we'll have to figure that out pretty soon. But just in case you were wondering and wanted to know, we basically get together and we'll be diamond painting. But I mean, like, you could be like putting it on like a podcast. You don't have to watch it, you know what I mean? But we talk about the show, and we always do like a murdery show. So first there was Dexter. We watched all 8 seasons that are currently out in preparation for season 9 that is coming out in fall of 2021. And then we watched How to Get Away with Murder, and I think that was 4 or 5 seasons. And we tend to take a little bit of a break in between, but we're on Good Girls. We are just recapping season 3. I have 1 more episode to watch, so I gotta hurry up. I gotta take a shower, start the episode, and like start going to sleep, because that's happening today. So yeah, I gotta wake up at 11:30, no later than 11:30, because I have to be able to set up for live. I have to do all of the things. I'm probably gonna have to clean the table, because life, you know. Anyways, so that's why my Sunday overnights wreck me, because I go home, I get home at 7, I take a shower. By the time I fall asleep, it's like 8, so it's 9, 10, 11, 11:30, 3 hours. It's a nap. It's not a sleep, it's a nap. I didn't really sleep all that much the day before. That's not what the point of this is. Let me focus for a second. We're talking about the wives. The wives. Oh my god, I wonder if I'm gonna edit this out or if I'm just gonna get lazy. God bless. Anyways, so she knows about the other wives, and she gets curious, you know, like I would be curious. Like, okay, so the first half made me uncomfortable. Like, not that there's anything wrong with polygamy, it's just not my thing, okay? I am in a monogamous relationship, have been for over 10 years. So like the concept and the idea that she gets like a few days with her husband and then he goes off and bees with other women, for me, that's just not for me. Like, I was so, like, I could not help but think about my life and my situation and like get jealous putting myself in her shoes. So the first half made me like super uncomfy, but the first half would have been like a solid 4 to 5 star. The second half made me annoyed and was probably a 2 star. So I will probably end up rating this somewhere between a 2 and a 3 star. If we had just gone solely based on the first half, it probably, like I said, would have been a 4 or 5 star. And if we had gone based solely on the second half, it would have been a 1 to 2 star. So I feel comfortable at a 2, 3-ish. I'm struggling though because I really did enjoy that first half, so I don't want to give it a 1, but I also don't want to give it a 3, you know. I'm gonna put up the spoilers in a second. I'm gonna put up the spoiler bar, but like I said, trigger warning for loss of a baby, domestic abuse, and also, if I tell you, it's a spoiler, so I'm gonna go ahead and enter the spoiler section here. Definitely, and okay, so if you're curious about what the thing is, spoilers, trigger warning for the plot line being that she's crazy. Like, that was the plot twist, and I was like, oh, I really felt like we should have had a stronger finish than that. I really, really did. I thought that we should have had something a little stronger, but we didn't, and I got sad because I feel like mental illness is not a plot line. I get it, and I also have seen it used in several popular books. Okay, I did not like the idea of y'all sort of in my neighborhood. I'm sorry. Oh, there's my purse. See, I just got home. I look like... Anyways, let's get to this here. So, a couple things. I don't like the... Okay, back to spoilers. I don't like the idea of mental health being used as a plot device as we went on, as we went over earlier. I understand. I get it. Spoilers for another book, so I don't want to sort of say the name until you, well, if you haven't read, oh God, what is it called? I don't even remember. There's something about the woman. Everything's a woman in thrillers, because everyone knows that only women are, you know, only women are main characters in thrillers because the men are the bad guys. That's just fact, you know. So, hold on. Let me see if I can locate it. The woman in the window. Major spoilers for The Woman in the Window ahead. Spoilers. Oh my gosh, look at my hair. It's a mess. Anyways, so, yeah. Same thing. Not pleased. I can think of other ones that had mental health as the plot line. I don't super love that. Like I said, first half solid 4 to 5 stars, second half 1 to 2 stars. So I think I'm gonna settle. I don't want to give it a 3, so I think we're going with a 2 star. It had me, like, it has some of my favorite things. There's one more spoiler. Unreliable narrator. One of my favorite things. Okay, it's fine now. So it had a lot of the elements that I love, but I didn't love this. I can see why it's on the Goodreads list. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it for sure. It's 7 a.m. I have to go to bed. I can see why it is. I want to check the ranking really quickly because at this point in time I have read 4 of them. The Home Before Dark I read last year, the only book I read last year. The Guest List, which was the first one I read for this vlog, which just happens to be right here. Oh, you know what? Let me close it out now. That makes more sense. Then I don't have to put a makeup on. Sorry, you love me anyways. So let me grab that. So these are the 3 books that I read for this vlog. So I wish I was closing it out on my camera, but since I'm on my phone, I might as well just, like, I don't feel like putting on makeup. Do you feel like putting on makeup? Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. Hello? So The Guest List was the first book I read for this vlog. This was deemed the best mystery thriller as far as Goodreads goes for the year 2020. Okay, So out of the 3 that I read, I would have to agree. Home Before Dark I read last year, the only book I read last year. So here's where we're getting into the rest of them and where they rank. The Wives. The Wives was ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Wives was ranked 5th. So so far the Home Before Dark, definitely agree that that's above this one. And then let's see, Winter Counts was ranked 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. So Winter Counts was ranked 15th. And I can see why it's got, like, as far as the rankings go, I see why it is below The Wives, because I didn't really feel it was a thriller. Also, I got, this one has a 3.89 average rating. The Wives has a 3.64. So I'm thinking that the reason that less people voted for this one is the same reason that I didn't really deem it as a thriller, simply because it's shelved as a mystery thriller, but I wasn't thrilled. It was a good book. I would just rate it as like a darker contemporary. That's what I would have shelved this as. I didn't really see, and like the mystery, like, I mean, it's just something that was omitted. It's not like a mystery. We weren't solving anything. Like, we were just after this guy this whole time. And like, the only thing that deems this even remotely as a mystery or a thriller was the plot twist. And I mean, I didn't clock it. I gotta be honest with you, I didn't clock it. So there's that. But all in all, I would not say that was a thriller. But I rated this one higher than this one, but this one was rated, or ranked higher than this one on the list for 2020, and I see why. I think that I would, as far as thrillers go, I would keep that order that they're currently ranked in. Now, this is obviously not all of them on the list, but this is the order that they were ranked in. I don't even know if I'm making sense because I'm so tired. But I rated them a 4, a 3, and I think we're gonna go with a 2 for this one. So that is it for this video. Hopefully this closing shot was good enough for awake me, because tired me does not want to put on makeup later. I cannot believe that my house is this much of a mess right now. I worked an overnight last night. He was alone. No telling what he did. My house is destroyed though. So obviously, since I've decided to do only the 3 of those books, these will come in a later video. And I think I am going to go pick up those other 2 ones that I was interested in on that list. The 1 by 1 by Ruth Ware and When No One Was Watching. I'm also thinking that I'm going to sit on it for a little while longer, but I'm not sure I want to read this one. I don't do well with detective point of views. We've already gone over this. So I'm thinking that leaving this one off is a safe thing to do. I don't want to unnecessarily drag myself into a potential reading slump. Not that we can compare because this is a completely different novel, but the Chestnut Man, this is a translated work though, so that may have been the disconnect for me. But in general, when we're talking about detective point of views, I don't love it. I super didn't love this one, and there's been a couple others that I haven't loved, but I think that rather than throw myself into a potential reading slump after finally getting out of one, I don't think I'm gonna pick this one up. Not ever, not saying that I'll never pick it up. I'm just saying that right now is not the time for this one. So that sort of closes things off pretty nicely, because that means that the next time we do this, we have these 3 to go. I plan on picking this one up on audiobook because it is a podcast element, and I typically like reading podcast-y things. An audiobook. Oh, there goes my cattail. Did you see that? He has no interest in talking to me. And then I will probably read these two physically. So I will see you for that video at a later time. But that is all for today's video. Oh, let me put this one away too. That is all for today's video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like me and would like to see more from me, please hit subscribe. I would be so happy to have you. All right, I hope that you are being safe. Wash your hands, taking care of yourselves. Bye, guys.